Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and for the next 2 weeks, our show is being presented by Bubba's Bar and Grill in beautiful Newberry Harbor on Lake Sunapee. With over 14 years of providing hungry patrons with high-quality food and friendly service, Bubba's Bar and Grill has a mission of delivering fun and great food. I'll learn from owner Bubba Williams, who will tell us how all their patrons come hungry and leave happy, where everyone has a lot of fun. Tamara Herman of Crown Point Cabinetry will tell me about their beautiful work. Steve and Loa Winter will give us another installment of the Lake Sunapee Region VNA's history, telling us about the hospice program. And we'll close with Nina Tasi from Colby-Sawyer's Adventures in Learning, where they believe that education is a lifelong pursuit and that their learning later means living greater. Don't go away, because fall is upon us, one of our favorite seasons, so you won't want to miss this week's edition of your Yankee Chronicle.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. Now is the time to protect yourself from the potential rising costs of fuel. The H.R. Clough Smart Pay Plan offers you the very best price. Call and talk to one of the expert staff about the right plan for you and your home. Call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
There's a big difference between a big box store and a La Valley Middleton building supply.
When you're a local store, you need to compete with the bigger chains. So we've combined our purchasing power with over 300 independent lumberyard and home centers, and we've passed those savings on to you.
Our customers have grown up with our stores, and now their kids are shopping here with our kids.
We have everything you need for any home improvement project you can think of.
And the possibilities are endless.
If we had a motto, it would be neighbors helping neighbors build a community.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from Bubba's Bar and Grill here in Newberry Harbor with no stranger to us at YCN, Bubba himself. Hi, Bubba.
How are we doing?
How are you?
I'm well.
Wrapping up summer. This is the finale. How's it been for you?
It's been an interesting summer for us, as it has been probably for a lot of the places. We had a lot of things going on. You know, the COVID situation, was it behind us? Yeah, a little bit. But there's still a lot of nervousness out there.
Yeah.
And whatever. Our protocol was to play by the rules, and we did. Mm-hmm. So we were able to get rid of masks, and we kept our partitions up, as you can see. But we still were a few tables short of 100%, which is not a lot. So we got into the summer, we got our staff going, and then we had a long, hot summer with, unfortunately, and we see a lot of this with some disgruntled people out there for, I'm not sure for what reasons. It wasn't, maybe it was the price of food that we had to sell it for. Maybe it was because it took a little longer to get stuff, but understaffed a little bit in the front side.
Yep.
People were ready to come out. People were anxious to get out and get things going, but they kind of remembered what it used to be versus what today's all about.
Right.
And I'll tell you, that's a tough one, So we have gotten through it.
Good.
There's no question.
Good.
And who knows what's coming down the road.
I know.
I just ask people to be patient
Yes.
and understand that it isn't coming from my office upstairs on these directives. It comes from a big White House somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They tell us what to do. So.
Right.
So
good.
It's been great. We had a very successful summer. Jolly Molly's ice cream was, with the hot days we've had, was just a favorite.
Good.
Across the street, really got going again. The water level was so high a couple of times that the docks were actually under the water.
I know.
Some people would call and say, "Can we bring our boat and dock there?" I said, "You can dock on the dock.
Yeah, pull right on top.
You won't even know you're there." And that was, that's great. It's always been a big piece for us.
Right.
The beach was fine and
Good.
stuff. Last year, the state beach was closed.
Right.
So this year, it opened up again a little bit, so they took the pressure off across the street.
Yep.
And they had the Thursday night concerts, went great.
Good.
So it was back to normal.
Yeah.
As more normal as normal can be.
As you could.
Yeah.
And the Craftsman's Fair was always a success.
Craftsman's Fair was a great 10 days, bigger than we can remember for a long time.
Yep.
A lot of anxious people to get back to see that.
Yeah, which was wonderful.
Yeah. So
a lot of activity.
That shows that the area would making a go of it. I think that's the case.
Good.
Yeah.
And what's looking forward as you go into fall here?
Well, the fall season is absolutely a change of seasons.
Right.
I mean, today it's 90 degrees out, and tomorrow it's going to be 70. Right. I mean, this is how we run. And we will make some changes on the menu. We'll put some fall specials on, of course. And
are you still providing outdoor seating?
Yeah, I mean, the deck out front here is still open, and we have picnic tables are out around the front, some chaise lounges and stuff. Those are basically for takeout. I mean, we're not servicing out there.
Sure.
But we do on the deck, and that's a little bit. If there are nights that we're short-staffed, that might be the first place we close.
Right.
But we will stay with that with the fair weather, and as soon as it turns uncomfortable to sit out there, that's a good time to close it down. We have an old fall favorite that we bring back every year, and it's our sautéed scallops that we finish in a maple cream sauce with craisins and walnuts, and we serve it in a cooked acorn squash terrine that's been hollowed out, so you can eat the whole thing. You get veggies, you get the whole thing in one thing.
Amazing.
And that's been a favorite for a long time.
Yum.
We're going to put on some like butternut stuffed raviolis. We've got some mahi-mahi we're going to run this fall. A special burger of something that's got a fall flavor to it. All those things, you know. What we've done differently though in the specials, and you and I were talking about this off air a minute ago, was that in the past we used to change our specials every day.
Right, and
then we tried to go week to week.
Yeah.
Well, this year, this summer, we went for the summer. We went July and August with one set of specials, so that if you came in on Tuesday and you got the special and you wanted it again, it'd be on the menu.
Right.
A lot of times people come back and say, "Can I have that I had the other day?" And I go, "We don't have it right now." So we'll do the same thing. We'll flip that into the fall season.
Smart.
We'll run those all fall. Fall means pretty much September, October into November.
Yep.
And then we'll have a look at the winter season after that.
Right. Yeah, something warm maybe for the winter.
Yeah, you know, and Heather will do some fun fall drinks.
Yes.
So and they'll stay the same way.
Yes.
So if you find one you really like.
The summer one, the red, white, and berry, has been delicious. I've tried that a couple times.
Yeah, that's an extremely good favorite.
Yeah.
And it's the right stuff.
Right.
It's the right,
it's delicious.
It's a nice summery drink.
I'm disappointed we're not doing a taste testing on air.
Should have called. I guess I didn't know you were coming. So
yeah, you did know we were coming. You made room for us.
Yeah.
Well, Bubba, it's always great to have you on. Thank you for hosting us. You're open. Come see you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great.
There you go. Still doing it.
Check out Bubba's online and menu and hours.
You bet.
Thanks, Bubba. When your Yankee Chronicle returns, we'll hear from Tamara Herman of Crown Point Cabinetry about their fantastic work. First, please listen to these words from these fantastic businesses that make your show possible.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. H.R. Clough installs water conditioning systems to purify your water and add life to your hot water heating system. Now is the perfect time for one of our expert staff to evaluate your needs. For a free estimate, call H.R. Clough today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Warner's Main Street Bookends has been your community bookstore since 1998 and voted Yankee Magazine's Editor's Pick Must-See Bookstore. Bookends is a full-service store offering a huge selection of current fiction and nonfiction with children's book selection, toys, and games. Bookends has a huge card selection for all occasions, along with Main Street Marketplace and Gallery in the attached barn. 100% solar, Main Street Bookends of Warner is building your community one book at a time.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from a beautiful Old Hampshire Designs home here in New London with a stunning view of Lake Sunapee. And I'm now joined by the kitchen designer here, Tamara Herman. Hi, Tamara.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So you work with Crown Point Cabinetry, who is featured here in this stunning kitchen that really just your vocal point becomes this incredible view that we keep referring to. But this must have been a fun kitchen to put together.
Yes, it was.
And so talk about the process of meeting with the owners and what's your process going through getting this to be the kitchen that it is today?
Yeah. Well, Old Hampshire Designs gave us a call, said we have a client that they're doing a job with. They think Crown Point would be a great line of cabinetry to put in here.
Perfect.
So, the owners came to Crown Point to meet with us in the showroom and got to see all our products and pick out their specific door style of cabinetry, paint color, wood. And then the process from there is that we provide drawings, detailed drawings that show what the space is going to look like, and you just kind of keep tweaking it until we get it exactly as they want it.
Cool. I always think that part is so fascinating because I'm sure you can try the oven in a bunch of different places and see what makes sense, or try the fridge in a bunch of different places and then finalize and get to see this final finished product today.
Yes, absolutely. That is the fun of it.
That is the fun, right?
Being able to see the kitchen transform into what they really want.
And talk about your relationship with Old Hampshire Designs. Have you done a lot of projects with them in the past?
Yes, we have. Crown Point has done many projects with Old Hampshire. I think our cabinetry is just an asset to their buildings.
Sure.
They're wonderful. And they're so easy to work with.
That's incredible.
When it comes to just the plans to start, and then meeting with the clients, they stay right on board and stick with us through the whole process. So if they have any input that they want to add, they do. As well as when it comes time to come measure the job site, which at that point it's just framing.
Right.
So they show up to help me measure, and then we lay things out and make sure everything's going to fit.
Wow, really cool. And this is such a modern design where it's an open concept into the different parts of the house, into the living room where we're sitting. And so your kitchen, your design really has to flow with the rest of the product that Old Hampshire Designs is putting together.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And the homeowners always, for instance, there's cabinetry here in this room that they wanted to correlate to the kitchen because it's all open to each other. And we did cabinetry in many of the rooms in this home.
That would make a lot of sense.
So they chose some different door styles and different finishes and paint colors throughout, which is nice because it breaks it up a little.
Right. Yeah, that's fun. And this is a new line of Crown Point cabinetry you were telling me about. Tell us about this is new in the last couple of years and what's so fantastic about it.
So the Crown Select line is a new line. I think it's about 3 years now.
Okay.
Trying to remember exactly. We brought it in as a limited line, a limited custom line.
Oh,
so
interesting.
it's not full custom like the Crown Point line.
Sure.
So the offerings are a little fewer, so there's not as many styles or door styles or options, but the price point is a little bit better. So when you're doing a whole house, a lot of times it's a little easier on the wallet.
That makes a lot of sense. And talk about some of the really modern features in here. I know that it just keeps getting all the things that you can do and customizable like you were talking about, but this kitchen in particular has some really incredible modern amenities.
Yes. Well, I mean, most things that people are looking for, especially with their drawers, is that they're soft close.
Yes.
And that they're full extension slides so that when the drawers open, nothing's hiding inside the cabinet.
Right.
The doors are also, all the hinges on the doors are soft close, which makes it nice. There's no slamming of any doors or drawers. It's nice and quiet.
Oh.
There's a lot of other inserts that they chose specifically for their kitchen, too.
Gotcha.
So everybody has their own need for what they want inside their cabinets.
I know I've seen some pretty incredible spice cabinets before where they kind of retract out and then it's like a store of spices that's so beautiful. And those are all things that someone could come to you and say, I really have a lot of spices, or I have a lot of cutlery or something, and you could design something specific.
Yes. That's
really
what we do. We sit down and figure out what they need to store in their cabinets and where they want it. You want to put things at the right point of use in your kitchen, so you're not having to walk all over the kitchen just to cook a meal.
Exactly, right. The cups should be by the fridge, and all those things that you would know that you'd be really helpful with.
Yeah.
Tamara, if people want to get in touch with you, how do they do so?
Give us a call or go to our website.
And you can see all the wonderful, beautiful kitchens and bathrooms and all the other things that you put together.
And we have a lovely showroom as well.
Perfect, and people could come check that out. Tamara Herman from Crown Point Cabinetry, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
When we return, Steve and Loa Winter will give us their first installment on how hospice came to be in the Lake Sunapee region. But first, another edition of the businesses that make your Yankee Chronicle possible. Stay with us.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. With more frequent major weather events, don't say again, I should have installed a generator. H.R. Clough provides the best home generator systems available from Generac. Our highly trained personnel provide you a complete turnkey installation. For a free estimate, call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
There's a big difference between a big box store and a La Valley Middleton building supply.
When you're a local store, you need to compete with the bigger chains. So we've combined our purchasing power with over 300 independent lumberyard and home centers, and we've passed those savings on to you.
Our customers have grown up with our stores, and now their kids are shopping here with our kids.
We have everything you need for any home improvement project you can think of.
And the possibilities are endless.
If we had a motto, it would be neighbors helping neighbors build a community.
Steve and I came from California in 1979, and we moved to New London. I called the hospital and asked them to talk to somebody from their hospice, and they weren't sure what that was, so they referred me to the VNA, and I spoke to someone there. And they didn't know what the hospice was, but they knew that there was a hostel in Hanover. And they said, oh, you mean hostel? And I said, no, hospice. And so from there, we realized that this is going to be starting from scratch. And so we have to, we started a steering committee and I did some talks in the area. Rotary and through the churches, and we gathered together nurses and doctors and social workers and people that were interested in learning about hospice. And from there, we did start education programs on hospice. I had taken death and dying classes in California for my undergraduate work, and I had the privilege of meeting Sandal Stoddard and Kubler-Ross, and I had read their books, and I met them and was very interested in the hospice movement. The idea that we were trying to get across was the whole concept of hospice, but what we wanted to do here first is to form a volunteer hospice. We started a steering committee. And we had doctors. Some of the doctors that early on were interested in it were Dr. Kirk, Dr. Eberly, Dr. Brooks, and the clergy were very enthusiastic about the idea of hospice. And we had a wonderful steering committee that really were eager to get going, and so we did. We went out into the communities and did talks on hospice at the churches. We also provided bereavement support, and we provided the training for the volunteers. And the VNA was involved. We had lots of nurses on our steering committee and later on our board. And we wanted to clarify that we weren't a full service hospice. We were just the volunteer component of the hospice. And hospice is the real full service hospice is providing an interdisciplinary team of doctors, of nurses, of social workers, of volunteers, of spiritual leaders. All of those professionals and non-professionals come together and with the family work toward the care of the dying.
We had our little hospice of the Kearsarge Valley, and we had no fees for it because it was all volunteer organization. And at one point, a representative of the VNA came and asked us if we would like to join with them, and we said probably not. Well, we actually gave it to our board to discuss, and we said we really like the fact that it's free and totally voluntary, and they said, well, there's a little hook here, and the hook is that the VNA has to, as of some date, and I don't remember what the date was, but that the VNA would need a hospice component in order to get federal funds. And so we got back together again and said, well, I believe we can give it a try and see if it works. And it turns out that it's worked quite well. You know, the point we made was if the VNA had to start a hospice and we had the hospice of the Kearsarge Valley, we would be having a competition between hospices, and that didn't make any sense at all.
Thanks, Steve and Loa. Next week we'll hear how hospice became part of our Lake Sunapee Region VNA. When we return, Nina Tasi from Adventures in Learning will give us a rundown of this year's classes and how you can get involved. Stay with us now as we bring you a few words from the local businesses that haven't abandoned us during these crazy COVID times.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. H.R. Clough installs water conditioning systems to purify your water and add life to your hot water heating system. Now is the perfect time for one of our expert staff to evaluate your needs. For a free estimate, call H.R. Clough today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Welcome back. I'm Abby Peel, your Yankee Chronicle host. Up next are a few words about Adventures in Learning, led by individuals who are knowledgeable and passionate about a particular subject. No tests, no grades, no pressure, just the joy of learning. Here's Nina to tell us more.
So for this fall, we have a number of courses that we're offering, ranging from political to literature. We have 2 courses that are going to be film-based. One is Art Direction in Italian Cinema, led by Lee Maiman. And another film course is A New Hope, the 1970s in film, led by Beverly Marshall. Rounding out the courses in entertainment will be a 100th birthday celebration of Stars Born in 1921, led by John Peterman. John has led several courses in this theme, and they're quite delightful. John shares clips of the stars in movies, and he gets to talk about their ascent to celebrity and also anecdotes that he knows about. We also have Fran Wilson's Autumn in New Hampshire. It's a painting course. Fran has been leading painting courses for AIL for several years, and this is a continuation of her summer course that took place at the Center for Art and Design on the campus of Colby-Sawyer College. Fran's fall course, Autumn in New Hampshire, will take place in the community room of St. Andrew's Episcopal Church For those of you who are a little nervous about picking up a paintbrush, I highly recommend taking Fran's course. She has eked out many artists who've been a little on the shy side. There are no judgments in her class, and she makes painting thoroughly enjoyable. We have two interesting courses, one called the Hale Award Writers, led by Nancy Maracchio. And Nancy shares a series of books that are probably under the radar. This attracts a lot of book lovers and is quite an enjoyable course. And then we have a wonderful course at the Lake Sunapee Protective Association. We try to collaborate with our other nonprofits in the area, and June Fichter and her colleagues will be looking at a fresh look at fresh water. So that's a wonderful course in their new classroom at the Lake Sunapee Protective Association. We have a number of courses that have sold out, and so this is a point where I'd like to tell you that if you're interested in taking these courses, it's really important to get on our mailing list so that you can get a notification of when our course registration opens, because these courses sell out very, very quickly. The courses for this fall that have sold out are Around the Horn of Africa with Tom Hull, How Democracies Die with Larry Hicks, God Save This Honorable Court with David Bisnow, and The Evolution of Presidential Power and Influence with Bob DeClerico. Part of the attraction to these courses are obviously the content, but also the study leaders. These are study leaders who have offered a number of courses for AIL, so they have a wonderful fan base. So they are very, very, very popular amongst our members. We will be accepting registrants really up till the first day of classes, which begins the week of September 17th, so there's still some time for you to join. The beautiful thing about our AIL study leaders is they come from all walks of life. Some are professionals, some are just individuals who have such a passion for the topic. And this is what leads them to consider having a course, to offer a course for AIL. And it's pretty simple. Oftentimes I just get a phone call and an individual will say, I have an idea, what do you think about it? And 9 out of 10 times it's a pretty darn good idea. Our AIL members love most anything. They just are wanting to learn as much as they can, from the arts to the humanities, from political science to science. So if you have a passion, if you have a love for a topic, please consider leading a course for AIL. They can be as few as 3 sessions for one class or up to 8. And if you're a little concerned about committing to something like that, we offer up Lunch and Learn, which is a midday 45-minute presentation, kind of a brown bag lunch presentation, where you can kind of dip your toe into presenting for AIL. Oftentimes our new study leaders like to take that path. We also have other venues of presentation. So if you're interested in taking a course with AIL, please visit our website or give me a call, and I do hope that you will take this opportunity to find out what a lot of your fellow community members have discovered, that lifelong learning is really, really a lot of fun.
What great fun for both the teacher and adult student. There is so much to do for everyone in our area this time of year. Get out and enjoy the beautiful of our fall season. Next week we'll be back here as Jean Connolly joins us from the kickoff of the Arts Atlas. Steve and Loa Winter will continue their reminiscing about the VNA's hospice program. Ken Holmes will join us with a tour of the new Newberry Fire Station. And we'll close with Bubba Williams, our host, to hear why fall is such a great season on Newberry Harbor and at Bubba's Bar and Grill. Don't miss our live football game of the week at ycnnow.com with replays on WYCX every Sunday and Monday at noon and 5 p.m. Friday night we'll be on the air live at 6:25 as the Cougars of Kearsarge host the Cougars of Campbell. Our live football this fall features Kearsarge, Lebanon, Hopkinton, Stevens, and Hartford. Other programming on WYCX's Outside Television includes original shows featuring the most exciting extreme sports, from rock climbing, biking, water sports, and of course skiing. I'm Abby Peel. Until next week at this same time, check out the website bubbasbarandgrill.com for their latest menu. Stay safe, everyone.